Let's talk about that sway. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, gentlemen. Hammerhead, the MGTOW monk. Back at you. One more again. Yo, man. Oh. Let's talk about sway. I've seen a bit of back and forth between a few folks here, a few folks there, you know, and out here in the normie world, especially where these petrified motherfuckers are talking about, oh man, you ain't got no mask. Don't you care about people? Not really. No, not really. I don't stick up for cowards, limp wrists, motherfuckers that are weak in the knees, and people that bend over and take authoritarianism up the ass. I don't have any real affection for those folks at all. I could give a shit if you live or die. Here's the thing. Sway. People try, they attempt on a daily basis to sway you into doing something that they feel, because they have been compelled to do, that they feel is right, true, just, correct. You've been told to. Oh man, the governor here ordered a mask to be on your face, sir. What are you doing? Well, I'm not observing the order because it's illegal and it's unconstitutional. And these illegal, unconstitutional orders are being stricken all over the United States. Corporations, they will tell you straight up, hey, you don't have to put that mask on, but we just can't serve you. No food, no gas, no nothing. That's why I have a bunch of cash on me now. Not often, but enough to take care of the day's tasks where I feel that I might be okey-doked. And I run right in there, and as soon as somebody says, sir, we can't serve you, I look at the price, I calculate the tax, and then I drop the change on the fucking counter. And I say, there you go. And then I leave. And I don't really care about the repercussions of this. I care about how people attempt to sway me. I care about how people attempt to undermine me with pressure. And then you can relate that to the manosphere on many levels. You will always see people out here in the manosphere talking to you about, hey, you should be doing X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, and 3, because I'm doing that. I'm doing it, so why aren't you doing it? This is one thing that I've always preached against. We have the philosophy, we have the discipline, right? Of course, right. Now, if you decide that you're going to call yourself a red pillar, a MGTOW, a monk, okay, then you have the philosophy and the discipline to live by that comes with that. You will inevitably run across somebody that says, well, that's not what it means to me. And I laugh in their faces. Ha! 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 I laugh in their face. Then that means that it's not for you. And they in turn use subversion to try to sway lesser people, weaker men. to their bastardized version of the philosophy, of the acronym. And I find that to be fascinating. I find it to be predictable, but fascinating. It never ceases to amaze me. And I shouldn't even say that, because why would you be amazed by anything today in 2020, right? But it never ceases to amaze me how arrogant and contemptible people are towards themselves, to say nothing about Joe and Jane Doe out here on the outside. Sway, gentlemen, sway is used every single day, every day, in almost every situation to get you to do something or someone that you don't want to do. And, yeah. I hope that you're reading my community tab when I post in the community tab. Not getting a lot of hits. Lots of valuable information going up there. Should take a few minutes and just give it a look-see. See what's going on. You don't necessarily have to leave a comment, but at least take a peek at it. Sway. Sway. The attempt to get somebody to move off of their moral and ethical foundations. The attempt to undermine somebody's brand new moral and ethical foundations, values and principles. All of these things work with one another, and they work for the sole exclusive purpose of serving you, so that you can avoid, get by, distance yourself from all forms of usury and fuckery. Yeah. Hang on, gents. Hang on. It's the way that females use the vagina. The threat of not giving you any of that sexual fulfillment to bludgeon you, to intimidate you, to bully you. It's the way that the people who handle the females endorse it. You see, this is an old game. It's one of the oldest. Sexual coercion. Feeling really, really good through a really, really small part of your body. And it controls almost all of your actions in life. Really, really fucked up thing that was given to us, wasn't it? Broads talk all day about how unlucky they are to be broads because they gotta bear children. The whole of the earth is birthed through us. Yeah, well, that's your cross to bear. Our cross to bear is you. See? And then we've got a couple of more crosses to bear, especially our biology. Especially being mad dog fucking crazy about sex and sexual contact when there's no more emotional and spiritual left in the world. It's gone. It's been flushed. That's the kind of sway that you should be wary of. Now, I'm not going to bust any movie quotes out on you, but some of you will pick up on this one. There are no absolutes when you're dealing here, when you're fucking around with your biology, when you're messing around with MGTOW or red pill or considering being a monk. Crack this window a little bit here. Get some air in here. These thermals actually do the job. Oh, man. Gents, I have to tell you, when you look at that tidal wave of simps, when you look at the Mount Everest of filthy, dirty, fucking scrubby hoes out here, when you look at the impossible task that sets before you about converting or changing these people and their minds, sway comes into focus very quickly. You're not trying to sway them. You can't. You sway yourself. You take care of yourself. You must take care of yourself. You don't look at the mountain ahead of you and say, God, I can't move that. You climb it. You walk around it. You avoid it if you don't want to put the exercise in, if you don't want to put the motion in, if you don't want to do the leg work. And I don't blame any man out there that doesn't want to do the legwork. Fuck a bitch. Nobody needs that. I don't need that, do you? I'm out here living a really good life right now. But I didn't get it handed to me. I had to work for that motherfucker. Hammer and tong. Hand over fist, had to go and get it. Build it piece by piece by piece. Over weeks, months, and years. And that's what people have the hardest time with. They want MTV Cribs dropped in their fucking lap so that they can start off there. That's not how it works. So when you find yourself suffering from these illusions and delusions, you have to employ sway. Your sway. You must have the ability to change your own mind. Not be narrow, not be super fixated on one particular path or course. Now that doesn't mean undermine your philosophy or your discipline, especially when you chose the motherfucker. You don't get to come in and be Mr. and Mrs. MGTOW. You don't get to do that. And anybody is going to laugh you out of the fucking room when you try. Now, I don't know those folks. No disrespect to them. They've only actually ever, they, he, she, whoever, has only ever complimented and been decent to talk to. But it's a non sequitur. It's a non-starter. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, he's got it. Kill him. Burn that motherfucker. This is the reaction that you get now. You get that side eye out of people all day long now. Have you noticed? I've noticed. I had another run-in at another Thornton's. This fella tried to force a mask on me. I said, no, sir, I have a medical. And even if I didn't have the medical, it's unconstitutional. You see, it's already been ruled against. It's a recommendation. It is not an order. You can't make it a law, and you can't make it an order. These people work through intimidation and fear. Plain and simple. They are counting on you to let your knees get a little buckly. They want to see that motherfucker get down and beg and repent for not wearing that mask. They want that. Makes them feel better. Then he tried to convince me that Homeland Security was monitoring them. I'm not joking. I am not shitting. That's what he said. Then a customer piped up while I was in line, and this guy was giving me the business. This is a cashier now. Then a customer piped up and said, you're not allowed to ask him about his medical. Once he says medical, that's it. And then he started fucking with the customer. You see how easy it is to marshal and herd humans? You're no different than sheep, than cattle, than a pond full of ducks with fox watchers. And that's a sad thing. That's a terribly sad thing. I look around and I see how people use their influence, how people use their sway to bludgeon and harm other people. And boy, is it disheartening. It's so disheartening to see how easy people have just folded up and buckled and said, fuck it, it's just a mask. I'm just going to do that mask thing. It certainly is disconcerting. Excuse me 1 minute, gents. Got to get around this thing here. There you go. Now I can slow back down to highway speed. So, when you're out there and you're exercising in your everyday life and you're doing your thing, and people are telling you, well, you have to have a mask to come in here. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's so much confusion and misinterpreting of this. There's so much intimidation going on. So much bludgeoning. So many people weighing in on this with their own opinions. I don't give a goddamn what your opinion is. I don't care. Bring that COVID-19 to me. Show me that lethality. Blow that shit in my face. Do not care. You still have to live your life. And I will live my life free. As free as I can be, anyways. No mask. No vaccines. No bullshit. Now, I will make you this promise, this solemn promise right now. The second that it starts to impede my ability to live my life, I'm going to sue everyone. That's not empty. That's not hollow. It's not. It would not be difficult at all to form a class action suit and sue the United States government. Plain and simple. They have mishandled and bungled everything in response to this. Now, I'm not talking about the initial shutdown, so don't get up in arms. The initial shutdown I thought was fine. It was done soon enough. I'm talking about all of the nonsense that's come after the fact. You give these motherfuckers an inch, they will gladly become Pol Pot. In 10 fucking seconds flat. Idi Amin. They have no problems with it. Nelson Mandela. They'll do it in a second. Oh, Hammer. Did you just put Mandela in that class? He was that class. Dumbasses. Don't believe the fucking hype. Everybody wants to talk shit about the Nobel Prize being dead. Oh, you gotta do away with the Nobel because Trump got nominated 4 times. Mandela won it. And he was a terrorist. And everybody knows that. And the only people that give a shit about it are the Marxists. The Nobel was dead then. So I don't want to hear nothing else. Gentlemen, keep in mind sway and how it is used to maneuver you, to make you acquiesce, to capitulate, to cajole, to massage your ass into a particular position or situation, to get you used to covering up that face of yours, restricting your freedoms, obliterating your liberties. Each one of you that stands up, I won't outright say it. No, fuck that. I'm going to outright say it. You're a goddamn hero. You're a visionary. You are putting yourself in the line of fire. And every one of you that doesn't, you're perpetuating it. You're helping it to go forward. I don't like to normally come on here and lambaste or shame anybody. That's not the goal. That's not what I'm trying to do. But there is a time, the time has come, where you have to recognize that you're either part of the solution, that would be fighting for and maintaining your freedoms and liberties, or you're part of the problem, that would be undermining and excusing tyranny. Undermining freedom and excusing tyranny. So, which one are you?